We have officially set the dyno day for this car. We have been working more than we should have on this one single car to get it done. So that's what we've been doing. We gotta get it done. So 4 days from when this video is coming out, that is our dyno day. So we have to anchor down and get it done. So in this video, we're not doing any work. We're just doing an update video. We're gonna show you guys what we've done in between last video and this video, because we've done quite a bit. We got the passenger seat fully mounted like we said. We've been working on the wiring quite a bit like we said we were gonna do. First and foremost though, welcome back to the ZHP Garage. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for tuning in once again. If you guys are not already subscribed, please go down below, hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the videos. Leave me a comment on what you think on how the Nova progress is going. And if you're excited for Dyno Day, if you're excited to see this old Chevy run. So let me show you around the car.
65 Nova yet again. We're getting it, we're almost there. We're getting it, trying to get it the last little bit here, trying to get it all tuned up, get it finished, get it so it's drivable. But we had a couple problems. One of them was the mass airflow wasn't wired correctly for our PCM mass airflow combination. So we had to take a little time, and we had to go through and check the resistance and trace it back and repin it. So we moved it around because we started out, once we got the PCM wired up, it was saying that we're negative 40 degrees. So if you know anything about mass airflow, that's bad. I mean, it's not happy. So we got that straightened out, we got that fixed, we got a different air filter here. This isn't 100% done yet, but it's to the point that we can get it tuned up. And you can see it's a little bit of an angle, so it needs to be a little adjusted still. And then the next hurdle we had was our little Mother May I pedal here. Didn't have any communication. It was pinned wrong also. So we had to trace that guy down, get it in the right location for the PCM. You got to go off the schematic of the PCM, so we had to get that straightened out. So that set us back a little bit, getting these two deals figured out, why they're not working. If you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you would have seen that we have throttle. We gave a little video, a little demonstration of it wide open. It's communicating now, so you gotta follow us, man. You gotta keep up on everything. So you would be able to check that out. Then we got the power steering line. Well, I thought I had the power steering done. I made the pressure line for it, but for some reason, it might be that Ford rack and a Chevy. I don't know. Maybe that Ford rack's upset. It looks like it's leaking out of the fitting on the pressure line. So we need to check the fitting, what's going on. You can see it's got a little blood pan underneath here. It's dribbling out of our pressure line. If it's leaking with no pressure on it, it's definitely not gonna be happy when we start it. So that's pretty much what we got taken care of up here. Everything else is the same. So I know we got the little list on the wall over here of to-do list, but I kind of got my own list going on here. So once we got it powered up, this is what the PCM's out of a 09 Pontiac G8. It's a 6-liter, but it doesn't care that it's a 6-liter or 6.2. And then I'm not able to activate the fan, but I think it's because it's not turned on in the PCM. So I got to double check that once we get in there and turn the control on for the PCM, and then obviously the power steering line, which I showed you. So this is my mini list. This is what I need to take care of before we try to get it all dynoed and everything. So there's the codes, what I have in the PCM of everything that's been removed. So there's all of our, like pretty much our evap, our emissions, post O2s, our CAT codes, all the stuff that we don't have. So I got to make sure to turn this off when we go up there. So I need to have a list of what I want to have turned off, because I don't care about these codes anymore. I like how I got my little Jasper little jab in there. Just noticed that. So yeah, these are all the codes that we don't care anymore. We don't need to monitor them. So I don't want to have a check engine light for something that I can't take anything, can't do anything about. So now we're gonna make it to the inside of the car. You can see got a passenger seat. So we got a driver and passenger, man. We can go start cruising. A lot of little odds and ends that we've been doing on here. So other than the tunnel here, we got the tunnel mocked up. Other than the tunnel, the floor is 100% done. Underneath everything, you can see, I don't know if you noticed this little corner before. That was the last little corner piece, so that's all done. This needs a little paint, but it's all the welding and everything's finished, other than this little tunnel. You can see my parts guy, I don't know what he was on that day, but this is the last thing we got. Other than this, floor's all done. Didn't time lapse the wiring or anything, because dude, wiring's boring. I mean, we probably got like a good 2 days of just wiring this crap over here. So I'm still dealing with the wiring, but like I said up front, my whole point is to get it so it's runnable. The wires and stuff here for the lights that I need to finish up. The under dash harness was a little butchered, and they took the flasher out of the fuse box and they got it like this. So I'm trying to resurrect it. And right now I don't have all they added a wire before. And when we found out, there's either something with the wire shorted out or the headlight switch. But this is a new headlight switch. We got the headlight switch in it. See, we got our dash lights. It's pretty trick. We don't have our fuel gauge yet. The center's not hooked up. I still got to run the It's ran back to the tank, but I just got done yesterday putting the new rubber and everything, locking ring in the fuel tank. So that's why the gauge isn't hooked up yet. But this is a new headlight switch. I had to replace the sub harness on the back of the headlight switch because it got all melted when whatever happened on the tail lights, and they added a wire in the trunk. I got to remove that and put it back to the factory so I can figure this. That's what I'm still dealing with is the lighting, and then the under hood wiring harness isn't in there yet with the headlights, so you can drive it in Dyno without it. Our main goal is just to get it running. You can see right now that the key's turned off, but yet the volt gauge is showing voltage, which looks like it's pretty cool, but that's a draw on the battery. So if you have it set up that way, if your car sits for any period of time, this will actually run the battery dead. So we need to change that, but we're going to deal with that after the fact. This should be off right now, and then when we turn the key on is when it should show voltage.
We have 2 miles on the car.
Just, man, brand new. We got check engine light's not
It's like you drove it off the lot.
yeah, man.
Factory in 65.
Factory bolts right up. Yeah, check engine light's not wired yet. That's one of the last things I have to do. I'm still working on that. I'm gonna do the fuel lines on this side because the way the bulkheads, if you go back in the videos before we put the engine in it, we did the little bracket up here on the firewall with the bulkhead dash 8s. It's more on the passenger side, so it'd be easier to run the fuel lines down the passenger rocker panel, and then the brake line's gonna go down the driver's rocker panel. We added the bracket for the park and brake cable and all the last little brackets and odds and ends that was still needed to weld on. Everything for this floor, all the little brackets for the seat and everything. So we're gonna paint it hopefully today. It's like an undercoating, it's a little thicker. And then hopefully tomorrow, which is Monday, which I don't know when this video is gonna come out, but in my world, tomorrow is Monday. Hopefully I'm gonna run the fuel lines, which then I'll run the battery cable. Got our nice OBD2 port here in our 65 Nova. We're already been playing with this. So we just go to history here, and you can see we have our little Pontiac G8 6-liter. We went in here to the code menu. Then this is where we started eliminating. It has all these codes because we don't have any of this. We don't have, the emissions. We don't have the fuel tank pressure sensor. We don't have the fuel level. We have a fuel level, but the PCM doesn't know we have a fuel level. And then, air conditioning is a standalone. So these are pretty much all the codes that I was making a list of, what we're going to do away with. So moving over here to the rear of the car, we got our little template made up for our block-off plate we're going to be adding. Now I got to double check. I don't think I need these. I think we're just going to bend these little tabs up, and then this is going to be solid, but I got to double check on that. Because I'm pretty sure the seat just hooks onto the top here, and then it has little tabs that wound up getting cut off when I stretch the tubs that I'm going to have to add back on. I might have to massage the back of the seat a little bit to clear the mini tub, but we'll have to find that. We're going to see down here pretty quick, and we'll check that out. Then we're in the middle of making the template for the top. The top part's going to kind of overlap. I'm going to bend it, and then it'll come over probably about 1 inch or so. So it'll come and bend down, so it'll overlap the front one. We got our battery hold down cut and made. We still need to paint it, but we're going to take the battery out when we're going to do the spackle paint in the trunk. So after we do the undercoating, the painting of the floor, we need to do the exhaust. So this is what we got for our exhaust. Used mufflers. You see this one used to look like this one, but we don't need all these dumb brackets, so I cut everything off. Starting with the muffler. So we're going to have our resonators off the header, and then we got 2 mufflers. We're going to have a MagnaFlow, and we're going to have a Flowmaster. We're going to
almost said Master Flow.
I know, Master Flow. We're going to have a Flowmaster. We're going to mix it up. So Nova's going to be quiet. So once I get the exhaust done, all this will be out of the way of the trunk. Get this oil mess out of here and sand it down, clean it up, and then we're going to spackle paint the trunk. So hopefully exhaust on Tuesday. So Monday's fuel lines and brake line. Tuesday is hopefully exhaust. Then Wednesday is all the odds and ends, and we got to load it up because Thursday we're going to lay down some numbers, some Fiero killing numbers. So this is a little update. What we got going on, we got a lot of stuff. It's not exciting to watch, but I'm sure you want to see the progress. So the next video is going to be pretty trick. We can go up to Westech. It's all going to be a surprise. Surprise to us. We don't even know what it's going to sound like with resonator and 2 mufflers on each bank.
I don't know if we showed it before, but we also have a rear view mirror. Check that out. For some reason, whoever owned this car before didn't decide to put any mirrors on this car. So I don't know how you saw out of this car. There's that invention called turning your head. But still, it's not safe to not have no mirrors on a car. So we have a rear view mirror. Before we sign off, I want to check out the list. I want to cross one thing off, and that is the wiring. Months of trying to work it in to work on it, working on it here and there, because doing it all straight is very hard and very boring. Like 10 out of 10 mechanics say it puts you to sleep, and you got to take a break from it. That's all I got in this video this week, guys. I know it's kind of short, but you can see the car's moving forward. And I'm excited to say I hope the next video is the dyno tune. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel around here. And I'll see you guys next time on the dyno.